Carol Jo's project here that she'll be going over everything, and I've got some facts and figures if you need to kind of know what this public hearing is about. It's, I'm not going to steal her show, but she'll tell you.
Go right ahead.
What we're trying to do is get some more money out of this $49 million that's been set aside for Alabama. About $25 million set aside, hopefully for 5 or 6 counties and 5 or 6 towns. Don't know if all of it will be directed to these towns. We may not get any. But let me tell you what we're working on. Then I'll turn it over to Carol Jo. We're working on trying to get the money to build a new police station, a new city hall here in town. If we get that, then we turn this into a public multi-purpose building. Plus, we'll want to put a pavilion out where the grass is at for a farmer's market. Should be in there, they're pretty high on that for farmer's market and multi-purpose building. So we can take care of all the projects at one time if we do that. Also, we're trying to get new police cars under this grant, this money. Putting in for 4 new police cars. And everything's got to correlate back to where it was directly involved with the storm or the tornado that come through here. Things that we wanted to ask for, a lot of the other items we wanted here for the fire department, other departments and things, we can't, they don't use asking for them because it's not related. It didn't get damaged or destroyed during the meeting at the time at the tornado. So what we just trying to work and do is get some of this money to help revitalize the town of Hackleburg. So, which I'll just update you on the grocery store. It's still in #1 priority on our list, and we're working, it's moving daily, and we're waiting for papers and documentation to be signed and get back to us, then we'll go to the next phase. So we're moving right along on it, so it's, everything's going good right now. If we just continue and get some of this money to do some of these other projects that we want to do. Carol Jo, I'll turn it over to you.
I believe, Mayor, you've covered everything, really. I do want to mention that the applications are due July the 22nd of this year, which this is the shortest deadline in 30 years that we can't have something turned in so fast. But one of the reasons is because we have, the town will have 2 years to spend the money if it gets funded. So, the project has to be complete.
Actually, you'll have about 18 months because it'll take you about 6 months to get all the paperwork signed and come back. So from the clock starts ticking, you're exactly right. When they sign off and you hand them your plans and designs, the clock starts ticking. You got exactly 2 years. And this is the bad part about it. You was at the same meeting I was. If you start a project and you're not half or 3/4 or 90% finished at the end of 2 years, it stops. Well, we was told,
right.
It's over with. You got to pay the money back. You either got to complete it or don't start it. So that makes a lot of people start, not putting that with pause there also. And that's be kind of tight. We're not going to start anything we can't finish. I mean, we don't. No contract just got to go nowadays. Get that finished.
Right. Well, I believe the town's a little bit ahead of schedule because we've already started the environmental process, and that's where we notify the historical, Fish and Wildlife, and ADM. It's just so and so, on and on. But we've got most of those concurrences back.
Yeah.
So,
that's good.
so we're ahead of the
We're
game
ahead.
a little bit on that. And I believe you've covered everything else, Mayor.
Well, the amount, the amount for the roads, we also applied for grant money in the storm area to repave our streets and things. We may, like I said, we may not get any of it. But right now, it's calculated about $2.5 million. The damage we had just on streets and things. That was in the area, the path of the tornado, and a lot of the other roads is worse than what's here in town. We don't have the money and won't have it for a while either. We're passionate as we can, but we can't repave and resurface anything.
$2.5 million street damage.
Yeah. That's what it costs to replace. I got the cost back from Bert Hankins Engineering today.
A lot of that, though, I guess, was my equipment.
A lot of it was, the road was decent, fair, but, you know, before the storm, the storm did a lot of damage, trees were falling, and when they was hauling the debris away, the forklifts, all they would, front end buckets in kind of the highway getting loaded. So maybe we'll get some of that. This is $2.5 million. The billion I was talking about earlier, the approximately 100,000, that size, police station and City Hall costs about $1.5 million. So we're gonna have between $4 and $5 million. Plus, we asking for 4 new police cars and some of them in there also. So. The governor said if you don't ask for it, you won't get it. You might not get it if you ask, but you sure ain't gonna get it if you don't ask for it.
Is that, Claudia, is that percentage, is that gonna be a full grant, or you gotta pay?
It's 100%, no cost to Hackleburg. It won't cost Hackleburg 1 cent. All this is free money under the Sandy Act, and it's the $49 million that was appropriated to the state of Alabama, and a lot of them already got a lot of money out of that, Tuscaloosa area, but the governor, and this is off the record there too, the governor, he's not feeling, I got my back to him. When he was in Cordova last week, Drew me over last week on that meeting, but anyway, he stated that he'd like to see a lot of the money, especially out of the $25 million, go more directly to the towns that was hit by the tornadoes, you know, and if it does, we've got a good shot at some of this. I think we'll get some. I don't know if we'll get everything we're asking for. The chances are we won't. Because under the other CDBG grant, when they came out here in December, they went over one or two little projects that was funded. The rest of it was defunded. So, I mean, and we just hit harder than anybody. That tells you it's tough getting the money.
But again, you gotta ask for them.
Yeah, it does go after it. I mean, we're gonna go after it. Anything that comes out, we're gonna try to get a piece of the pie.
Of this 49 million, that has approximately what percent of it's already been allocated? Any of it? Allocation?
Not that I'm aware of.
Not
So
under one.
So we're really on a level playing field with other communities.
No,
We're not.
Well,
you'll never be on level field playing with the big cities, Tuscaloosa, Montgomery,
It
Birmingham.
runs off population anyway.
Yeah, but they've already, they get so much this money, Tuscaloosa.
Right.
And Birmingham. You remember when it's 120 million to start with,
Yeah.
and they got about 53 million of that Tuscaloosa did, so that cut it down to balance of 49. And they're gonna get some more out of this, because the city manager's been up to the meeting with us each time we were at Coleman, like this past week and 3 weeks ago too, and he's still begging for money.
I just think though, if you end up being governor of Alabama someday, how much money Hackleburg will get.
Yeah.
Remember where the governor's from, Mayor? He's from Tuscaloosa.
He's originally from Shelby County.
They don't need any money in Shelby County.
Oh, they don't. No.
Everybody's working in Shelby County.
But, yeah, that's, well, the governor's been great.
Oh, yeah.
Our governor, we wouldn't have VL back if it wasn't for Governor
You're
Bill.
right.
He was instrumental and pushed it, worked hard on it, and showed a lot of leadership. And hey, I appreciate what he's done for Hackleburg, and he's going to continue to help us. I mean, when he came down here, awarded 4 or 5 towns at $15.7 million, he awarded Hackleburg about 4.7 million of that, so that's pretty good money. Then when we went to Nashville, in Washington in March, and brought back $3,201,000 of EDA money, so they're going to sewer, so it's.
The new City Hall Police Station, where you planning on locating that?
It will be on Main Street where M&R vending, and that's what we got the option on. We've looked at 3 or 4 other pieces here, but the face of it is not long enough in linear footage to put it on. It's too short.
Now, is it gonna be 2 buildings or?
The altogether,
Altogether.
2 different interests.
Okay.
I got a drawing in there. I'll show you. You want to look at the drawing?
No, I was just curious.
I got the lamp inside. I don't have it outside. see, one reason for that, the police station had already been drawn out, and specs have been wrote on it, and we just had to start with half of it.
That might encourage some other things to come back down.
That's been my argument from day one. I've said it before the elections, and I've said the day I leave here, rebuilt Hackleburg, I went downtown. Yeah, I was telling Tracy and I went to the Design of Alabama 2.5 day seminar in Montgomery, and I really hadn't, I wanted to go downtown, but I never thought how the meaning of building things back until I went to that seminar, and I was sold on that. It was good. It's design. I mean, they had professional people there from all over the United States. Design and buildings and location, and they said stay away from on the highway. But you can't build on the highway. You can't expand. There's no land out there. You can't grow out there. You got to grow back downtown, or grow further down 43 South if you're going to grow. There's no land going this way that you can buy. But Ronnie, that was our plan, to make it goes through. We have an option on that, we had the option on some other property, but it ran out under about 2 weeks ago, so. But if we can get, I wanted to put some spec buildings back in, but when we try to put some spec buildings back in town for some kind of business and things to go in, but there wasn't none here that wasn't in the storm, so. Everything's gonna relate back to the storm. Am I right, Carol?
That's right.
Correct me if I'm wrong now.
That's right.
But I've still got this notebook this thick with things I was gonna ask for, but they said, no use asking for, so.
Maybe we'll be successful with this.
I hope so. It'll be a starting point.
Okay.
We get a grocery store back, that's gonna be the big thing. We get it back here, and hopefully we see some groundbreaking. I'd like to see it in July, but probably won't be. I'll sell for August right now, so if we can. But it's time consuming, if all the paperwork, the documentation to go to Montgomery and come back, it's just, they got to dot the I and cross the T, goes to Montgomery, it's got to live there 30 days, and then, they may take another 30 before they sign off. Does anyone have any questions directed to Carol Jones, or she can answer?
I don't know nothing. If we build a police department in the city hall out here, how close would it come to the old bank building out
It'll be back this way, probably, about 25 feet. Somewhere there. That's accurate.
You always got a pad there, you can go up vertical
Well,
from
we already
there.
got past there, but we'll have to tear them out, and never grandfather under the new. This has to be under the green also, for, anything that's used, fed money, now it's got to go green. And I don't know if that's good or bad, but it just costs more.
When they got the money, I guess you're gonna do what they tell you.
Yep. Probably on a $500 million job, you have to spend extra $100,000.
I know you're interested, I've just got another big lineman commitment from Minnesota. I knew that exactly, sorry, Mayor.
We got the best quarterback in the nation committed, and
Forget real deal and talk, we gotta talk about it.
I can talk that all.
Sorry, Mayor, go ahead. Oh, that's good. Minnesota.
there? How are we looking on the sewer system?
It's about on schedule, because the design's gonna be in July and August, and they're still right on schedule right at the present time. I don't know, after we start now, it may slow down, because don't print this either, but, is he sitting over there taking all this?
What are they gonna do with these existing buildings? At one point, they're gonna get rid of them, or they're gonna,
Well,
like the
you're
old
talking about the
bank?
building that's standing?
Yeah, the old bank and the.
Well, it's been 20-something months. It's time for them to either do something or turn them down, in my opinion. That's the council feels the same way. We gotta make that decision if they don't do it on their own. Now, the guy that owns across the street, we would took a look at that, but he was gone, then he had to go, he went to the conference over in Savannah, because that council out of state, here we have so much work going on. If he'd got them buildings down, that's probably would have worked with him on that property there, but you can't, when they come out and make pictures of Maryland and Kenneth and them, and some of these buildings are still up there, it has to go back through the Historical Society of Montgomery, and you're talking about real time consuming there, they can hold that up for a year.
So
One
we
person
can't do something and then tear them down then?
We can, no, it can be tore down, but I'm just saying, at that time, we're, on the paving project and thing, we're ahead of everybody else that I've talked to throughout the areas, but we're still behind on that. Like Carol Jo said, we got the 22nd day of July. Everything, you gotta have your plans, your design, your engineer, you gotta have everything. When it goes to Montgomery, if you don't have it all, they won't even accept it. It's dead. You can forget it.
Nah, yeah, we'll have to
That's the
tie in.
reason. The ones that covers under the tornado, that's what we gotta go after first. Then hopefully later on, we'll come back, maybe some matching money, you know, grants, we can get some 80-20, we get some things accomplished then. But at the present time, it's, we got to concentrate on the things that we know that there's a possibility that we can get. It's tough though, isn't it, Carol Jo?
It's very tough.
Competing with everyone in the state. That's tough. Real tough. But if you don't ask for it, you sure ain't gonna get it. You gotta do a lot of work to even ask for it. You gotta do a lot of surveying and a lot of, we still got a lot of work to do on about the streets and things. We got to go out and list every house on every street and go back and do a survey to every individual that lives there, you know. So it's, and we don't have a whole lot of time to get that.
Has there been any kind of census done here in Hackleburg since the tornado to see?
2010, they should have done it every 10 years.
But I mean, since then, we haven't done one to see exactly how many people.
We lost,
Yeah.
yeah, we've lost around 300 something, either moved away and whatever, or found houses outside the city limits. We're talking about inside of the city limits. I think we had 1,700 and, I don't know, 42 or 84 or something. We got, I was told that we have approximately 1,440 something now, so we've lost about 300 people, maybe a little less. But we got the VF back going, real good. We get the $20–25 million school over here. We get the grocery store built. I think you'll see people start moving back in, because we got the new project houses.
That's gonna help. See, the problem is there just ain't no place for people to move in here right now. I mean, it really.
Well, the projects, they still ain't all there for
Really?
But now, going, under this act here, under the CDBG, we'd got them $15,000 per unit for the 20 unit.
Yeah.
Now, it's raised up to 25,000. And we build them 20 back, and we're working right now, David is, through the town on some more. They got 7 acres down there, so we talked about this, and Coleman with Shabir and them, and he's for that. He said there's been plenty of them. So,
Are they gonna redo these out here?
gonna rebuild them.
Rebuild them?
It'll be like the
On
ones
Hackleburg Road.
on Ray Road, it'll be like those.
Right.
They've got enough of the insurance and the CDBG money to rebuild them anyways without down there. And, they raised it from $15,000 per unit up to $25,000. So if it costs you $75,000 per unit to build, they're getting 33% give to them to rebuild. So it's time for, housing authority to rebuild. They're only gonna have 66% of total cost into the building, so. That would be a big thing, if they, you know, they get their money back faster too, so. Which it'll be, I think we will, I think, if we work it right,
We're talking about 14 units extra on what they have.
What, 7 acres? Yeah, I asked for 20, and, they started shaking their head, yeah, they saying one, kind of odd. And I said, well, let's go with 10. So that would give us 31 units, the 20 plus the 10. If we get 14, it'll be 34 more units. How many units you got over here?
20. say, we get those 20 built back down on Hackleburg, just the 20, we'll have the same amount we had before the storm come, 62 units in Hackleburg. All right, if we get those extra 14, that'll be, that'll be good.
Well, Community Action is still talking about wanting to build some low mod, multiple purpose houses down here. And I've got to meet with them this week and next week too, to see what, I would like for them to build on Section 8, which I know the housing authority will have to get vouchers because
Yeah.
the rates would be higher on these other houses than these on the government houses. And let the housing authority to be the overseer of all. So like I told them, we've got the employees, and James is one of the employees there, and we sure don't want to do something that will handicap us for our employees that we already have. And what's good for Hackleburg, the housing authority houses is the best thing that's happened for Hackleburg in a long time, for dwelling places.
And they've been helping people since 1950. So, it's
I used to live on that.
nothing wrong with living with a housing authority.
You guys keep them filled for the most part? Are they filled for the most part?
Yeah, we may have a couple that's empty right now, but right now we don't have a waiting list, and it's, only because we probably don't have a grocery store and the school's
Right.
not done, but when that gets back done, I'm sure, I think people will live back in.
The thing of it is, we get the 20 built and the 14 built, that's gonna give us, like you said, 14 more units we had to begin with.
Yeah.
And back over the years, the 62 units probably stayed full, occupied, probably about 75 to 80% of the time, always had some
Yeah, that's
open
what I was
20%.
asking before the storm.
And
They
under
was-
the CAPNA, or the Community Action CAPNA, they use a different yardstick than we use on CAPNA, so I can't see where the need, I'd like to see it, this 20 plus 20 more, that's what I'd like to see in Hackleburg. And that was our goal, to go with, would be, that'd be a total of 82.
Say we got 49 that's livable right now. We got 7 people living down on Hackleburg Road on the bottom side. Rest of them's not living. But, and we don't have a waiting list.
7, and then build 20 more new ones and come back with 14 more, so that gives 21 instead of 20 new.
Where is the sewer at now, Lenny?
It's pretty much on schedule. The design won't be out until late July next month, or into August, so it's pretty much on, same thing it's been from day one.
Right.
So it's still on schedule. The thing we gotta do is get the grocery store built. That's the number one priority. Get some tax bases back in the Hackleburg to help us generate,
Give us some tax.
Yeah. Rory, y'all got any questions? Anybody else? Anything?
I don't.
I think O'Reilly's gonna be on pretty soon, if we gotta get home.
Pardon me?
O'Reilly's gonna be on.
If we're ahead of the game, we need to stay ahead of the game.
Right.
Bill O'Reilly, Fox News.
He's probably Democrat, he don't listen to any of that stuff.
I bet you don't believe it.
He does,
You're
probably right.
he does, he just won't tell people.
Probably, yeah, you're probably right.
He just agrees with Bill in private, right?
Oh, boys.
Carol, Joe, you got anything you want to add? Paul, you sitting there, you said a word.
I just absorbing, make sure I didn't forget something, was at some of the meetings, but it sounds like you've covered it pretty much. But,
Paul's been a lot of help to me. He goes around a lot of places, gets out here and does a lot of labor work. Helps me a lot. I appreciate it too, Paul.
He's from a good part of town too.
We all are.
tell them about it.
We all are.
Yeah, that's right. Oh.
No, you really get excited with the potential of what's about to go on here, that, we get Hackleburg going again, get that grocery store, and the potential of some more businesses coming in, and And, you know, I think we can see Hackleburg grow. Those people move back. If we get the housing in the grocery store, the school, get the new school built, that give some people some initiative to come back.
Yes.
I think
If
you
we
get some
don't
folks
do
that
something like that,
Hackleburg
we
when that
could
school
be
gets
dead like I
Because
did.
there's
Yeah,
still
something
gonna
like
be
that.
Well, Winfield had happened, I'm telling you, you'll see it.
We'll grow a lot in this school.
What's the word on here with the school? Anybody heard, Coach, man?
Well, it's supposed to start the construction the 15th, that was Saturday, and they still like a little groundwork, it started raining. The way I understand it, the contractor from Corinth said they had to build a road in, that's what they're doing.
Yeah, I've seen all
Well, I
that.
said they're waiting on that ADOT, or ALDOT permit too, to hook into the parking lots, and then go ahead and put that primary base down.
Yeah.
Once they get that, he said, once they get permits done, they'll.
Well, now, they've done away with any football games over this year. haven't they?
Yeah, there's no play with it, it's already been cut out. We're playing Bear Creek, what I was told, I don't know if it's true or not.
They're not playing Hamilton this time?
I heard Bear Creek. I heard today it's gonna be Bear Creek. It's closer, kids, parents can go, it's a little closer to them, you know, and all.
That's, I hate that. Well, I sure was hoping they get to play. I mean, not all.
Well, if you're going, you hate to mighty this, whatever, I'm telling you, we appreciate you. We
Carol,
appreciate
Joe,
it.
I've known her for 2 years.
That's right, 2 years.
A lot of years.
We
We
appreciate
worked
all the
together
help
on a lot
we
of
get.
projects over the years past, and Kenneth and Keith and all of them, and I even go back to the Sam Manor days. He used to be the executive director up there, so he taken that place. Carol's woman does a great job, Kenneth and them, they work hard for all these towns, and they've worked real hard for Hackleburg already, and will continue to do so, so. We appreciate you guys at Macon too.
We sure do.
Somebody break the ice, Steve.
Is that what you said?
How long does this have to hold it?
No, we can go ahead and end it.
Let's end this meeting. Light that candle.
I would hate for Otis to